All right, we're here with the victorious Thiago Alves. And Thiago, first of all, just talk about the overall performance tonight. Your first victory since the Jordan Meehan fight. Success against Canadians, I guess. But just tell us about your performance just a half hour removed.
I felt pretty good. I had a great camp. I brought some new stuff to my training, a new boxing coach, a good speed coach as well, and I reconnect with my wrestling coach and working with perfecting athletes now, to help with this weight cut. The good thing about dropping to lightweight, I was able to cut a good 10 to 12 pounds of body weight, out of me, and that made my weight cut a lot smoother, and I know if I'm healthy, if I'm, prepared, I know I can always put on a show every time I step in that. So I felt pretty good.
Is 170 your home moving forward?
Absolutely. I've been a top contender this weight class for years. And, it was good to try to, test the waters at lightweight, but it was just too much. And this is where I belong, and this is where I want to make damage.
You mentioned that lightweight that Mike Dolce kind of ditched you midway through. What happened there?
Well, we had a plan, in motion, and when it came down for him to follow through with the plan, he wasn't able to. I guess his priority changed, and it was a little bit too late, I approached him about a year before, we decided to make the drop to make sure that he was going to be able to commit to it. And, 3 weeks before the actual weight cut, he wasn't. So unfortunately, I had to, switch gears and change plans and go with someone else. And then in between, I got food poisoning. And, you saw what happened in the fight. It wasn't, a good representation of my work. But, I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. Again, the attempt to lightweight, got a good 10 to 12 pounds of body weight out of me. And it made my welterweight life a lot easier.
So before this fight, both Will Brooks and Charles Rosa, your teammates, lost. Is it difficult to block that out going into this fight? And how did it affect your team that after you came away with the win?
It would be if if that was my first fight in UFC. I got 22 fights in UFC, so I've been in situations like this before. My heart was broken for them, but this is an individual sport, and I got to make sure that I come up on top always.
Towards the end of the fight, when Patrick was clearly trying to do some showboating and doing the big wind-up, was a part of you that just wanted to go for broke, or did you have to kind of stay patient? No, I'm ahead of this fight and not just let this go into a bit of a brawl.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that, I know we can fight. I know we're both tough dudes and one's going to come forward, but you got to fight smart. You got to fight to win. I knew it was ahead. I knew it was make damage. I didn't want to get into an exchange and something could happen. The plan was picking them apart like I was doing it, and I just kept doing what I was supposed to do.
We're both Canadian outlets. Obviously, Patrick Cote retired after the fight. What kind of legacy do you think Patrick Cote has in the sport, and what did it mean to be in part of his last fight?
I'm honored. Cote is one of the best fighters to ever step in the octagon. Coming from Canada, and it was an honor. I didn't know it was his last fight until he told me, and I was fortunate enough to be able to share the octagon with him. He's a legend, and I think he's going to go out to do great things.